Welcome to the MMA Junkie Rankings Report for November 12th, 2019. My name is John Morgan. Gorgeous George Garcia, our rankings chair, is with me to talk about the latest moves. And, of course, UFC Moscow was kind of the dominant card in terms of rankings for the past week. Yeah. And it started out with a featherweight in the main event. Zabit Magomedsharipov came in the week at number 5. He beats Calvin Kattar in a 3-round contest, not 5 rounds. Where does he go?
We're going to put him past Jose Aldo, who's at number 4. But not because Jose Aldo's leaving for 135 next month, just because Jose Aldo's had a few losses as of late. And Zabit, look, we talked about it on the spinning back click. It wasn't like the statement win, but it's a win. That's all the dude does is win. You know what I mean? So got to give him that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Zabit Magomedsharipov, a guy that's dangerous. I don't think a lot of people want to fight him. We're debating whether or not he deserves a number one contender spot, whether he deserves a UFC title shot. Man, in the rankings, he's just behind Holloway, Ortega, and Volkanovski, so he's right up there at the very top of the list. Meanwhile, Kattar has to fall, I guess, with a list. I mean, he could stay where he is, but I'm guessing maybe not too terribly far. I mean, it was a decent performance, and he was coming on strong.
Right, and this division's stacked. So, you got to make your moves whenever possible. Kattar did lose. It was a quality loss because Zabit Magomedsharipov is a beast. However, there's a guy over at Bellator that just has not lost at all, AJ McKee. And for a while, I was like, well, he's not really fighting the top competition. But as of late, I mean, he is fighting good competition, and he's distancing himself from those. You can just tell he's head and shoulders above almost everybody else at Bellator. So we're going to give him a little bump because Kattar, mostly it's Kattar dropping below McKee.
Yeah, I like that name, AJ McKee, man. He's been building for a long time, but he is a really super talented guy. All right, let's talk about heavyweight, the co-main event. Alexander Volkov came in the week at number 7. Tough spot for him, right? I mean, he was supposed to fight Junior Dos Santos, which would have been a big opportunity for him. He takes on Greg Hardy, who is, of course, nowhere near the rankings. It's a dangerous guy, but an unproven commodity. I mean, it was a really tough spot for Volkov. I imagine he wanted to compete after a long layoff, and he wanted to compete in Russia, so he takes it. He gets a win. It's not the greatest result of all time, but it is another win. What do you do with Alexander Volkov?
He's just going to have to stay put. He beat a guy, that's the problem, is he beat a guy that's not ranked at all. And in doing so, look, he dominated. I think we had pretty much 30-27s, but he didn't whoop his ass either. And that's how you make some of these moves when you don't have somebody ahead of you whom you can leap. And with Curtis Blaydes, look, he got thumped a couple fights ago, but since then he went 2-0. He's had a nice year, so he's rebounded nicely. Let's see if Volkov can do the same because he went a year without fighting ever since that fight with Derek Lewis where he was winning and then got clipped at the end.
Yeah, no question. Maybe they'll rebook the Junior Dos Santos fight. I mean, I think that was a big opportunity for Volkov. So if they do that, that could be a big moment for him again. Or it looked like Francis Ngannou was calling him out as well. That would certainly be a big spot as well. All right, welterweight division's tough, right? I mean, I know you took a big look at Danny Roberts, Hot Chocolate, Tony Martin. He had a big win as well. So some big results there. I know you took a look at those guys. What ultimately did you decide to do with them, George?
Yeah, so basically after looking at all of them, Zawada, all those guys, I focused on Tony Martin because he's got an 18-5 record and 4-1 run, but it's that one loss to Damian Maia that's kind of tripped him up. There's no shame in losing to Maia, but it's the guys at the bottom, Bilal Muhammad, Li Jingliang, Jeff Neal. Those guys aren't losing. They're streaking right now. So I think if Tony Martin probably would have had a more known opponent and maybe not taken that loss against Maia, he'd already probably be within 10 and 15 and for sure, at least in the honorable mention. But for right now, man, that is a tough division to get into. He's probably going to need another win. But I love his style. I love just his tenacity. And, I mean, he's a crowd favorite. He's becoming a Gorgeous George favorite, too.
And I apologize for disrespecting him by calling him Tony Martin. Anthony Rocco Martin, of course. Yeah, I do love the attitude, man. He really is. But, yeah, I guess he's an honorable mention of the honorable mentions, man. Yeah. That's a tough division to stack.
He's top 20, honestly, because if the honorable mention are 16, 17, and 18, for sure he's top 20. And there's no shame in that, man.
Not at all. Yeah. All right, one more on that card, the women's division. You welcomed a new name to the women's bantamweight class. Reveal that one.
Yeah, so Betch Correia is – I love me some Betch, man. I mean, she's – gets people animated. Her stare downs are great, and she is coming off a win. But prior to that, she had a cold run, and prior to that win that I just talked about, she had a long layoff. So while that's happening, other ladies are fighting, and Pani Kanzad, she looked good. She really looked good in this effort here in Russia, and so we're gonna take her up to honorable mention and drop Betch Correia.
All right, well, keeping it in the women's division over in Bellator, they had a big matchup at women's featherweight. 2 ranked fighters in the 145-pound division. Arlene Blenko picked up a decision win over Leslie Smith. George, What did that do to the list?
So yeah, we are going to make a little bit of a flip there. We'll bring Blenko up and Sorensen down. So it's just a quick flip between those two positions. Sorensen's 3-2 in her last 36 months. That's where we weigh the heaviest. Blenko's like 5-2, and her only 2 losses are to Julia Budd. So I feel like, you know what? I think that warrants a move there. Leslie Smith is a ranked fighter. She's a little bit further down at the bottom, but I mean, she's quality fighter at featherweight, so let's give her credit for that win.
Yeah, that 145-pound division is still kind of sorting itself out a little bit. It's kind of like when the men's flyweights were promoted years ago.
Right.
It takes a little while to everybody figure out exactly where they slot, so we're still kind of getting everybody.
And there's
exactly
not enough
where they
of
are.
them to fight as frequently, so sometimes we have to wait a little bit.
Seems like Bellator's making a nice investment, though. I think they're going to be the ones that end up having a bigger 145-pound division than the UFC does.
It
so
looks good.
All right, listen, it's going to be another crazy week in the MMA world. UFC, Bellator, one championship, all in action this weekend. CFFC has a card. LFA is back, so there's going to be a ton of fights to watch. We'll see how it impacts the rankings on next week's Ranking Report.